Hey guys, my name is Abby, or Abigail, and I'm starting a YouTube channel, and so this is my very first video, and I decided to do the controversial parenting tag because I am a young mom of a 7-month-old little boy, and I thought what better way to start off YouTube than my thoughts on some of these questions of parenting. So let's just jump right in and get started. The first question is pro-life or pro-choice? And for me personally, I am pro-life. I feel like abortion should never be there unless, there's something horribly wrong where the mother and the child could potentially lose their lives. That's different than just saying, I don't want this baby, so I'm going to abort it. If you don't want it, just put it up for adoption. Like, so many people out there can't have kids, and so if you can't take care of it, if you don't want it, then just put it up for adoption. It'll work out better for everybody in the long run. Number 2 is baby wearing, and my son is 7 months old, and I wore him in his baby carrier when he was a newborn, when I was trying to do stuff around the house. Loved it. I still wear him occasionally if we go out and we're walking a lot, but he's getting so heavy that it hurts my back to wear him. But yes, I love baby wearing. Number 3 is circumcision, and I do have a boy and he is circumcised, so I'm gonna go for that one. Number 4 is adoption, and like I said on question number 1, if you don't feel like you have the means right now or something to take care of a baby, then yes, I agree with adoption. I know people who were adopted, and that was the best for them in that situation. Number 5 is baby piercings, and I don't have a baby girl yet. We want one down the road. I honestly don't think I'll have an opinion on this until, I dealt with it. My cousin had her ears pierced when she was born. I had my ears pierced when I was older. I don't have them pierced anymore. They grew up. I struggled with infection in them, but I don't know. It's just a matter of, do I want to go ahead and get my daughter's ears pierced when she's born and can't feel it? Or do I want to wait and let her make the decision? I just don't really know. Number 6 is breast milk versus formula, and I'm either way. I tried breastfeeding my baby boy for a month when he was born. He wasn't gaining any weight. He gained no weight from the time he came home to the hospital to his 2-week checkup. So then we supplemented with formula, and then I just made the decision to put him strictly on formula because he was eating so much constantly that I was drained, I was anxious, and it just wasn't good for either one of us. So we switched to formula, and it's been working fine for him. But, if you can breastfeed, go for it. If you can't, don't feel like a failure, because you're not. Because I was heartbroken that I couldn't breastfeed, but he's fine and growing and great. Number 7 is cry it out method versus other. And my son is 7 months old, and he's been sleeping consistently through the night. He sleeps about 10 hours. He sleeps from 7 o'clock at night till 5 a.m. and then he takes a bottle at 5 a.m. and goes back to sleep usually till about 8. So he sleeps a good 10 hours through the night, and he was sleeping in his rock and play, but he got too big that he was outgrowing it. So I had to put him in his crib. I don't want to hear him cry. It's going to be too tough, but the first few nights were hard. He'd cry. Now he cries a little bit sometimes, but then he goes right to sleep. Like at night when we put him in his crib, he just rolls over and goes to sleep. So we did do the cry it out method to a point. I knew the difference between he's crying because he really needs to go to sleep and he just won't get still and fall asleep, as opposed to he's crying because something's wrong, he needs me. I know he's been fed. I know he's been changed. I know he's good. So he's fine. So cry it out, yes. Spanking. I grew up in a house that wasn't against spanking. Like, if I did something terribly wrong, that was the consequence you got. Do I know if we'll do it? I don't know. He's only 7 months old, so only time will tell on that. I don't think I'm really against it in a sense. I would try to avoid it at all costs, but if, I just don't know. That's just one thing I'm going to have to wait and see as he gets older. Number 9, co-sleeping. I was so terrified when he was born to co-sleep with him at all, because you go to all the doctor's appointments, all these classes, everything, and they tell you, don't co-sleep. SIDS, don't do it. And at first, I was like, I'm not going to, he's not going to sleep in the bed with me or anybody. And it got to the point where the only way I could get any sleep was if he was laying next to me, because that's the only way he would sleep for long periods of time. So we co-slept for 4 months. We co-slept. And then he started sleeping in his rock and play. And then we moved into his crib, and now he sleeps in his crib for naps, bedtime, everything. So yes, co-sleeping, if it doesn't work for you, that's fine. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. If it does work for you, if you do it, that's fine too. Number 10, homeschool versus public school versus private school versus charter school. Okay. Me personally, I was homeschooled and in public school. I was never in a private school, and I don't even know what a charter school is. For home and public school, and private school, I guess. I've never been to a private school, so I don't really know much about it. But I'm for homeschool and public school. Like, I would love to homeschool him until he's, like 4th, 5th grade, just because I loved that time with my mom. It was amazing. I loved it. I get to see him learn. I get to see him grow. And it's just, I really like the idea of homeschooling, but I'm not against public. 11, vaccinations. Yes, I vaccinate my baby, and that's all I gotta say on that one. 12, medicating children. I give him medicine. I take medicine. There was a point when he got so many ear infections, he was on 4 different types of antibiotics. And that was a little much for me, so after, the 4th antibiotic didn't work, he was still having ear infections, we decided to go have tubes put in his ears, which has helped tremendously. So, I do medicate him to a point, but after 4 rounds of antibiotics that just weren't working, I was done. Like, I'm not going to load him up on, so much medication. But if it's like Tylenol, if it's stuff he needs, then yes. Question is number 13, cloth versus disposable diapers. And we use disposable diapers. I wish I could be like that mom that was like, cloth diapers, healthy food, all organic, all homemade. Well, I'm not. So we do use disposable diapers. It was the controversial parenting tag, and I hope y'all enjoyed. I'm going to start making videos at least once a week is my goal for now, and leave a comment below if you watched this video and you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more of my videos that are coming, and thumbs it up, and give any ideas that you would want to see me do. Alright, y'all have a good day. Bye.